good because we're going from the shortest to the tallest. So I'm going to go first. I was here in the mid-'70s, and just have one story, many, but one particular one is I had the opportunity to sing on the lap of Dr. Spicer one night at Don's house. And at the end of the song that I sang, I actually kissed his forehead. And the next morning, Don said, "You kissed his forehead, what are you doing?" So anyway, he said, "Don't even go near him. He is furious at you." He was very embarrassed. So I stayed away from Dr. Spicer. And about 3 weeks later, whatever happened, it doesn't matter. But Don told me on a Sunday morning that I needed to go apologize to this individual over something. It had nothing to do with him. It was just a different story. And so he convinced me that I needed to get in a suit and go over about 10:30 in the morning to this Mr. Smith's house to apologize. And so I went over there to Mr. Smith's house and knocked on the door. And the woman answers, and I said, "Hi, I'm here in a suit, and I'm here to talk to Mr. Smith." And she said, "There is no Mr. Smith that lives here." I said, "Was this address?" And "Yes, this is the address." And I said, "Well, I'm here to see Mr. Smith." And she said, "Well, look, you come on in. You look like a fine young gentleman, and let's look in the yellow pages." And so I'm talking to her, and we're looking at the yellow pages, and all of a sudden I hear this voice in another room. "Mary, can you find my pipe?" And I think I heard that voice before, and I said, "Ma'am, I think I know where Mr. Smith's house is, and I think I'm okay." And it was actually at Dr. Spicer's house, and Don just decided to get back at me again by pulling another joke on me. I would have been shocked if I would have seen you walking into that room. But one final thing, because we have a lot of legacy here, a lot of legends, and a lot of decades. And I know a lot of you are probably familiar with Facebook. So I don't want to go over Facebook, but I don't know. I'm just curious, how many of you are on LinkedIn? Can I anybody raise their hand, just up if you're on LinkedIn? Okay. Yeah, last night we had an opportunity to be at Don's house and had a great time there. I got back to my house and I went into LinkedIn, and then I noticed that there is no alumni association at Missouri State. Well, there wasn't, but there is. So if you go on LinkedIn now, we have a group that I started up last night. I put the Go Bears on there and all that stuff. And I think that everybody, especially the students that are now, to carry on throughout your careers, is that we should have an alternative place, even besides debate.missouristate.edu, and it allows everybody to put their resumes, background profiles, and all that kind of stuff. So I would appreciate it if anybody that's on LinkedIn, or you ought to join it, is that, tomorrow or next week, at least go on there, and then we can always start chats and all that kind of stuff, and we can keep that tradition on the professional network. And so with that, thank you, cheers, and who's taller than me is next.